On today's episode, Ruben emerges from his cave, absorbs precious sunlight. He then wrestles a 20-pound chunk of pork into submission.
Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name is Ruben and I'm 47 years old and I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. Because of a few things. First of all is the diet that I'm on, and the second of it is the actual training. So if you're not aware of how I do this or how I did my transformation, which is actually quite substantial at current point, I have a blog, fitover40.blog. You're welcome to have a look. There's some material you can download. There's some articles. There's my life story as well. There's a little bit about training. There's a little bit about food. There's a couple of things about what you are probably doing wrong if you, like me, have tried over and over and over again to get rid of your truck driver tummy. Yeah. Well, anyway, this is the kickoff to a series here on YouTube where I focus on the food part of it. So you can say what goes into a weight loss. If you want to lose weight as a man, you're over 40 years old, how do you do that? Well, I'm not going to sit here and claim that I have the only way that works like we see so many others that do. I can only give you what I know worked for me. You can try it out. You can not try it out. That's completely up to you. Anyway, this series is about the food. I do meal prepping. This is a good way to make sure that you have what you need for an entire week. I do meal prepping a little bit different. I have also been a vivid YouTube watcher for many years, and I've taken a lot of experience from bodybuilding pros, and especially a guy called Evan Centropani has a series on YouTube, and there's a link to his channel in the description as well, where he does meal prepping a little bit different because he doesn't do the entire meal. And I found out that works especially well for me because I can actually prepare basically the protein, which is the meat. You can prepare a lot of that. You can buy bulk. You can buy some really huge chunks of meat, and you can prepare it for 7 days, 10 days, 20 days. Whatever your freezer can hold, you know. The rest, all the trimmings, the rice, potatoes, and so on, I kind of take that from day to day. Usually my diet will consist of oatmeal in the morning with some peanut butter. I will also, on really heavy lifting days, like leg day for instance, I will also have a couple of pieces of bread and some eggs. And after workout, I have my first real heavy protein meal, which is usually some kind of meat with a salad. And that meal repeats again around lunchtime. And I don't start carb loading until afternoon, like late afternoon. I have this tendency that if I eat carbs after workout, I get extremely tired. So I kind of hit that mythical food wall. And I know there's a lot of people out there that knows a lot more about this than I do, that say, oh, that's a myth and it doesn't exist. Well, it does exist for me, let me just tell you. So I can have a 2-hour nap if I have a real carb heavy meal after training. I don't know why. I've been researching it a little bit. Could be my body goes into a recovery mode. So it says, okay, now you did the hard work. Now it's time to relax and rebuild muscles. Maybe the carbs activate that in my body. I don't know. It's just how it is. You can try your way ahead. Anyway, today we are going to make some pork. And I chose to start with this because it's a meat product that is often overlooked when it comes to protein sources. But there are actually some cuts of pork that are very fat-free. We all know pork, and we know that you know, it's kind of fatty meats. So a lot of calories, a lot of fats, a lot of not so good fats, animal fats. Well, again, there are some cuts on the pig that is actually quite good. You can take the tenderloin, for instance, that is like almost as low fat as chicken breast. You can take the ham, the actual thigh of the pig. If you trim it down for fat as well, that is also extremely low fat, very high in protein, and extremely tasty, of course. So I will show you how I prepare what I have bought. I bought something quite special for this occasion. So let's dig into it. And this monstrosity is what I bought. 8.6 kilograms or around 20 pounds of pork rear leg. It's an amazing piece of meat. It's already been skinned and deboned, so this is as easy as it gets. For most people, price is a factor when purchasing meat like this, and I'm no exception to that. Pound for pound, this is extremely cheap, about half the price of chicken fillets. Now, the juice inside the bag is just meat juice and blood, but I don't like that particularly. So I start by opening the bag in the sink and giving the meat a quick rinse under the tap. I put the meat on the chopping board, and I must already apologize to any butchers or anyone else who actually knows what they're doing, because quite frankly I don't. So when I say I'm going to cut this up, some might say that I'm actually mutilating it. But again, sincere apologies from my side. If you have any really good tips or ideas, then put them in the comments, please. I'm going to make 3 types of cuts from this. One will be schnitzels or pork chops, whatever you want to call them. And for that, I'm going for the most fat-free muscles. I'm starting by cutting the whole piece in half. That way I can work my way around it. This part still has some fat left where the skin used to be, so I'll trim that down to remove as much as I can. It'll never be 100% fat-free, but we can definitely improve it a bit. Just look at all this stuff. Some of this is fat and some of it is just muscle glands, but anyway, it's gotta go. Where I cut, you can already see some really nice meat, so I try to separate that part. And just look at this. It's perfect for a schnitzel. I just trim it a little bit and then I slice it up. These slices are going to be our dinner. Yes, we are actually 3 people in the house and we all eat the same. No special menu for me and no special menu for them. This is honest to God decent food that even kids will benefit from. I work my way around the cut to find the next point of attack and decide to split it again. This looks like it could be the ham. It has a slightly darker color, as you can see. Just look at these cuts, perfect for pork chops. The little fat that remains will melt off when they're pan fried. All the small cut-offs go into a pile for the next step. And always remember to wash your hands when handling raw meat and grabbing fresh stuff from the drawers or cupboards or whatever. Next up, I take the irregular pieces and I dice them up. These pork dices are perfect for Asian-inspired dishes. A nice pork wok with ginger, garlic, spring onion, bit of chili. Serve it up with rice or noodles. It's perfect for a good home-cooked dinner. The small trimmings from earlier get chopped up too. For the diced meat, I'm not super picky with the fat because it melts when you cook it, so you don't need that much oil or grease in the pan. Basically, the meat brings its own. Another 3 pork chops here, or schnitzels. Hammer them flat, season them, give them a quick visit on the barbecue, and boom, dinner is served. Now for the last piece. I decide to slice it, not all the way through though, but just enough so it unfolds a little. I want to make it as wide as possible. I apply a generous amount of salt and pepper, and then I peel some garlic. Pork and garlic is a marriage made in heaven, but you could use other stuff here too. Try chopped parsley, for instance, or fresh thyme, or maybe some lime or some stuff. Incredibly flavorful. I stuff the garlic into the cuts I made just randomly. This piece is going into the oven right after I'm done here, but in a special way I'll show you. Oh, just look at that, amazing. First I need to roll this lump up. I use a heavy casserole. It's important that it has a lid. Then I roll the cut up and slap it in there. Perfect fit. You don't need to add anything else, no liquids, water, soup, stock, whatever. The meat is already packed full of liquid that will come out as it cooks. And this is the result. A huge stack of pork chops, some diced meat, and a big roast. All in all, this came out to 9 dinners for 3 people, and we'll see what kind of yield the roast gives us. As I said earlier, I prefer to cook this kind of meat a little differently than most. I like what you call low and slow cooking. That means that you are setting the temperature low enough that the meat cooks, but it doesn't boil. This serves 2 purposes. First, it doesn't dry out. Secondly, it becomes incredibly tender when you eat it. So I set my oven to 90 degrees Celsius, that's around 195 degrees Fahrenheit, and in goes the roast. There's no real time limit on this. Anything over 10 hours is great. I usually leave it overnight. No rush. The following day, as you can see, it's been in the oven for about 16 hours and it's definitely done now. Out it goes. I just leave it on the board to cool down a bit. Now remember when I said don't put anything in with the roast? This is why. A lot of liquid and fat has come out of the meat. That's another benefit. Most commercial meats are injected with salt water to extend shelf life, and I'd rather not digest too much of that stuff. This method draws it out naturally. Next, I start slicing and dicing everything up. I remove any obvious fat, which is easy while it's still warm. Then I start weighing it out. As you can see, I've got my containers ready already. Oh, would you look at that, one of the garlic cloves. Oh, I wish you could smell this, it's absolute heaven. Anyway, I start weighing the portions on the scale, and I'm aiming for 200 grams of pork per box. Your diet could be different, this is what I need, so I'm going for the 200 grams. This gives me around 300 calories with 45 to 50 grams of protein per serving, 9 to 10 grams of fat, which is pretty low, and 0 carbs. And voila, I've made 9 boxes. If I eat one of these meals a day with some salad or rice, I've got food for about a week and a half. There's still a pretty good chunk left, I'd say about 600 to 800 grams, so I could probably fill another 3 or 4 boxes. But the smell is so amazing and it's honestly mouth-watering, so I'm gonna have some of it right now. And the rest we'll have for dinner. Well, that was quite something. So that's how you do a pork leg. And let me just say, for 50 euros, which is basically the same in US dollars, I think, is that's a lot of food. That's really a lot of food. It came down to 27 portions in total. So that's really a lot. Basically, if you're single, you have 1 meal per day for a month. So, well, anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed doing this. It was a pleasure. And see you next time. Bye. Oh, damn.